Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video we are going to be replacing the windshield wiper motor on this '89 Chevy K1500. Now the reason that I'm doing this is not because the motor has failed, it's because the circuit board inside here that controls the intermittent function works sometimes and doesn't work sometimes. Now this is a common problem with these General Motors vehicles. So if you've got a Chevy, GMC, Suburban, Blazer, I think even some of the S10s and the S10 Blazers use these same motors. You're going to find out if you look for the circuit board for the motor, you're going to have one that looks like this. So this is the new style. All right, this circuit board, you can get this inside here, you can get it for probably $20 from any auto parts store anywhere. However, I'm going to give you a closer shot of this wiper motor right here. This is the old style. All right, so in 88, 89, and 90, GM used this style on some trucks. I guess they were just trying to use the stock up that they had. So the circuit board, instead of it being on the side here, is inside this box right here. Now this is no longer made. If you could find a new old stock circuit board, you could certainly try that, but that is the part that fails, and it's very easy, fortunately, to just retrofit the new style motor in place of this one. So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to show you step by step how to do that. This part will pretty much be the same on any of the vehicles. The cowl up here, which you have to remove, and I'll show you how to do that. Maybe a little bit different on some different models, but the theory itself will be the same. So the very first thing that we want to do is we want to remove the connector, and to do that there is a locking tab. You just pull the tab out. Okay, that comes out, and then you can pull the connector out. Now it should be this is a 5-pin connector right here, and that connector has the exact same port as this new motor. All right, so with the electrical portion done, what we're going to do is we're going to go to moving the cowl, and I'll show you how to do that next. All right, so in order to remove the wiper arm, it's very simple. You just lift the arm up, fold it up in the 90-degree position, and take a flat-bladed screwdriver and just slide this tab up just like that. And then it may be a little tough to get out, but if you'll just barely just pry it up a little bit with a screwdriver. Okay, so you can see the serration right there. So it's not rusted or anything, and there's a locating tab, if you will, or a part that sticks out. So it should just slide up. You shouldn't have to pry on it hard at all. I was just barely doing it with the screwdriver. I'm going to remove this rubber molding piece, or piece of weather stripping, set that aside. And then you can just slide it right out like that. All right, so right here, this is the driver's side linkage, and that's the passenger side linkage right there. And what you're going to have to do is, I'm not going to be able to film this, you're going to have to disconnect, loosen these two bolts, and this will slide off of the arm, and when we remove the motor I'll show you. All right, so the nuts in there, they're just 10 millimeter, and you don't have to take them all the way off, just loosen them enough. You'll be able to slide the linkage right off of the arm. Alright, so I can't get the camera any closer because it's hitting the roof, but the hood. But this is a double. It's called a double ball. There's one there and one right there, which is the same as on our new motor. If you had a difference, you can just take, I'll show you how to remove the arm, but it just basically slips on just like that. So now we're going to take the 10mm socket and remove the 3 mounting bolts. There's one there. There's one on the bottom. And one on the side. Now all that's left to do is to remove the motor itself. Now there's an arm in there, so let's see which way is the arm facing. That way, so we slide it out, and I'll show you what it looks like on the floor. Alright, so it's going to be mounting this way, so I'm just going to take the arm, slide it in like that. Make sure this cable is on the outside for the cruise control. And start my 3 bolts. Alright, so now for the hardest part, which is getting the cowl back in. So I think the best way to do this is just exactly the way we removed it. We'll put the rubber strip back on the edge. Next, we will plug in our electrical connector. Right, and then put the locking tab right there so it won't come out. Alright, so the only thing next is to get our wipers stationed where we want them, and let me get set up and we'll do that next. Alright, so these only can go on one way. There's like a keyway right here, and if you'll just line that up, slide that down, push the tab down, it should be good. Alright, so I'm just going to hit the window with some got some window cleaner here. Okay, so the mist is kind of weak, which usually means it's the washer motor. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys what the inside of this looks like. If you have one of these boxes and you can find a circuit board for it and your motor works, you can just replace it. There's a T20 at the bottom here. Okay, and then just pop these 3 tabs off, and then the cover just pops off and there's a little gasket there, and there should be, there we go, this right here, is the circuit board. And I'm told that if you clean the contacts and it doesn't look like the solder's broken. But if you'll clean all these contacts and everything, then you can probably get it working again. Alright, so I hope this was helpful. If you've got one of these motors, don't fail, don't fret, just go get you a new style motor and it'll all be fine. All right guys, so I will see you on the next video.